Hi guys, this is Subhash Yadav. Welcome to my YouTube channel SJFC. So has Boehly ruined Chelsea Football Club? The answer is yes. It all started when Putin waged a war against Ukraine and the whole of Europe imposed sanctions on Russians. So and ultimately Roman Abramovich had to sell our beloved club to Todd Boehly. Boehly, who has investments in sports related clubs. He owns a men's basketball team, LA Lakers, women's basketball team, LA Sparks, and Major League Baseball team, LA Dodgers. So it looked like we were getting a owner who had experience in handling sports related business, but it looked like the sports business in US and the sports business in Europe is entirely different, and Boli didn't get that at all. He straight away imposed the same things he used to impose during his American days. He he travels the world. He gets all those 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old South American kids to play for Chelsea. And what happens is the manager doesn't seem to get the best out of them. So ultimately, one after another, a manager's heads falls. Frank Lampard, Thomas Tuchel, Graham Potter, Frank Lampard, Bruno Salter. Uh, our current manager is Pochettino, and we don't know like how long Pochettino is going to last with the run of for VRM. The biggest mistake I think we had made is getting a squad which is relatively inexperienced and expecting them to go ahead and beat a team with full of experienced players. It doesn't happen in Premier League football. In Premier League football, mainly 2 to 3 players are there of a young age and they are surrounded by experienced campaigners. But here, everything is different. Even our experienced campaigners like Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell, Reece James aren't performing at those levels. Reece James and Chilwell are injured for most part of the season. Even Wesley Fofana, the defender whom we had bought from Leicester, is also injured for most part of his Chelsea career. And one more flaw in our recruitment is not getting before getting any players, we aren't doing any background check on them. Like we aren't seeing how his medical performance is, like how injury prone he is before getting him. We bought Malo Gusto as an injury cover for Reece James, but surprisingly, Malo Gusto is also injury prone as compared to Reece James because he also had uh, some number of injuries during his days at Liga. So it suggests that we are simply like a trigger happy club. If we get a fancy new toy, we go after it. So similarly, if we get a fancy new player, a player who has been touted as the next big thing, we go after him and buy him, irrespective of no matter what money we are throwing. But this isn't a way that a football club should work. Every football club has its own scouts. They go through the process. They see that if that player, like if that player fits the bill perfectly, if he has that mental capacity, if he has that discipline, motivation, and the desire to play in a big club like Chelsea. And I think our scouting department as of now doesn't see that at all. And it's all down to Boli because Todd Boli, when he had come to Chelsea, he has fired everyone from the club, including from the managerial directors and from Marina Granovskaya to everyone down to the lower level, even janitors. We have even fired our janitors who have no contact, who have no relation to football at all. It looks like Boli wanted a completely new lease of life, completely new Chelsea. He didn't wanted any baggages from the old Chelsea, so he fired all of them. It's okay, but he hasn't bought those experienced players. We can just see that since the last 2 years, ever since Todd Bowley has come and drastically changed everything, our management, our system, everything in our club. Injuries are getting more day by day. The players who are injured, their rehabilitation process is taking much longer, and the players are getting injured quicker. Some are saying that it is because of Pochettino's rigorous training drills and all. But no matter how the training drills are, the players who are little injury prone or who are having a little niggle, it's getting exaggerated and it's been not treated well. I'm sure that every manager has his own training drills, but it's the job of a medical team to give that correct assessment to the manager and say that, see, this player is of this, his body is of this profile, so please be like lenient on him before putting strain on that particular muscle area. So please look after that. If they give certain instructions to the manager, then he can see through that and he can just do those things which can avoid causing that injury. But here in Chelsea Football Club, even our medical facility also is not working properly. This method of buying multiple kits uh, instead of buying for those, getting those 1 to 2 experienced players, this hasn't been working at all. Getting quality, quantity over quality is not a better idea. And God knows like how many of these kits which we have brought will do well in the future. I don't think like, I don't see that DW Dr. Fofana or that Angelo, something like, I don't see them having a future in Chelsea Football Club. They are all because like to get a profit in the near future, and this also give a sets a precedent that Chelsea is a stepping stone club. Like this club, Todd Bowley has been running this club not because he wants to get those trophies in the near future, because he wants profits, he wants return in the near future. That has been his main thing, because buying those players for a relatively lower fee and directly putting them straight into the starting lineup to get those minutes, and if some player manages to click, then we can sell him and make the extra bucks. I don't think this approach was there in Roman Abramovich era also. He was mainly focused on winning titles, so he always bought players who were of the highest pedigree, who were very good experienced players, world class players. Only those players would have been bought. Obviously he brought young players also, but not at this level as Todd Bowley has been buying. So clearly there is a lack of vision, a lack of understanding by Todd Bowley regarding the European football. All it looks like all he cares is about the money, like how he is going to make money out of this Chelsea Football Club. Because for them, it's like a golden hen which lays golden eggs. So they are just busy collecting those golden eggs instead of nurturing and grooming that. So I seriously feel bad for the way Todd Bowley has been going through with my beloved Chelsea Football Club. It looks like uh, he he doesn't want any. He doesn't look like he doesn't have that desire to win any trophies in the upcoming future. All he wants is just nurture those players so that he can sell them at a relatively good price in the coming future. This isn't the way a business owner, a football owner should work. And sadly, we have got a owner who is working that way. So just let's hope that something drastic happens and it gets into the head of Todd Bowley so that he can finally manage to set a team which can go ahead and win the trophies. Even with even with the managerial appointments he has been doing, it looks like he has been looking for yes, like those managers who nod yes to everything which what he says. So maybe that's why Nagelsmann rejected us. Luis Enrique was interested in joining Chelsea, but we rejected him because he also has a strong personality. And as we all know how Graham Potter, Bruno Salter, Frank Lampard, and now Pochettino are in that character states. They are all similar to like yes men. Thomas Tuchel was a very strict, very stern manager. We managed to sack him just because we lost to RB Salzburg. And look how our club is performing. In the last 46 games, we have managed to win only 10 games. That is in the Premier League. This record is worse than the bottom league club. It looks like we are heading down only, because with these kind of performances I don't think like we are going to participate in the UEFA Champions League in the coming 3 to 5 years if we go at a similar level. If something drastic happens in this summer transfer window, if we go ahead and let those young players leave the club and new experienced players join our club, then only things can go in a better way. Otherwise we are destined for a downfall, because until these players get that experience, until they mature, Only then we can get those performance which could get us a Champions League spot. Players like Mudrik, Nicholas Jackson, Cole Palmer, Madueke, DW Fofana, like Colville, these players haven't even completed one season in a top flight level. Maybe Colville is there and who has finished last season. Maybe Colville had played last season in Brighton, so he has that experience. But apart from that, none of the other players have finished a great first season. Sorry, a great season in a top level football club or a top level league, European league. They are all coming from different backgrounds. Some have played only few games before they were picked by Chelsea and were asked to perform. Only Cole Palmer has been stood up. It looks like he's the only player who is enjoying his football, and it looks like he's the only player who is justifying his money. So let's see what happens in the future. But I seriously hope something drastically happens so that Todd Bowley changes his mind and begins building a team which goes ahead and wins immediately trophies. I know it's not going to happen. We aren't going to win trophies immediately, but if we put ourselves on a path to win trophies immediately, then the distance between us realistically winning a trophy will be reduced and we can win a trophy uh, within a year or two. So this was my video on how has really Todd Bowley managed to ruin our football club. I'll be bringing more videos on football and Chelsea Football Club. So please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please like and share this video. And do leave comments in the comment section if you have any suggestions or if you have any if you didn't like what I say. So please leave them in the comment section. I'll be answering them. So this is Subhash Yadav signing off.